What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Robinson, and this is another episode of Let's Take a Walk. It's a special episode of Let's Take a Walk. Sitting here with the anointed, the incomparable, the all wise, all knowing super manager, Apostle Doctor Veryl Howard. Um, among other things, she's an artist, she's a actress, she's an entrepreneur, she's a boss, she's an artist manager. She does it all. Literally, she does it all. A literal girl boss. Tonight, we're talking about tomorrow's listening party for Mr. Dietrich Haddon that's taking place in Virginia Beach. Um, Looking forward to it. It's going to be a time to listen to some great new music and just kind of network and pick Pastor D's brain and just it's going to be a movie. It's going to be a movie, guys. So tonight we're sitting here with, like I said, Dr. Howard. She is the representation for Pastor Dietrich Haddon, and we're just gonna talk about tomorrow and everything that's going to go on and just see what's going on. So for those of you who may not be familiar with Miss Howard, I'll give her a moment before we get started. I'll give her a moment to kind of introduce herself and just give a little background of who she is and some of the things she has going on. So with that being said, Apostle V, this is your time.
Hey, Mike. So happy to
Hey.
be here with you. Can you see this beautiful beach behind me? I tried to purposely sit this way in my hotel room so you can see this beautiful beach. It's dark now. But yes, I'm so excited to be down here in the whole, I don't know if y'all call this Tri-Beach area, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Hampton. I don't know, it may be an area for that. But I'm here because our infamous singing Pastor Dietrich Haddon is on a radio listening party tour, and I'm excited about it. He's what, been singing almost 30 years that we know about, with respect to having albums and things and all of that stuff out like that. So he's a bad somebody. And so he is out here pushing one of his new singles. And I was telling somebody, I said, I can't keep up with him. You know? he um he just is so innovative and creative. I think he does a single in his sleep every other day.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely is one of the most prolific songwriters that I've ever um ever come across. He's definitely um, one of my favorites. If not, he's definitely in my top five. Absolutely. Um,
Wow, that's awesome.
when you talk about a listening party tour, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's something that hasn't been done in a while, especially in the climate of music as a whole. Um, what was the idea behind that? Like I said, especially with music being the way that it is right now, the consumption of music. Um, what made your team want to embark on such a huge event?
Be honest. When Pastor D came to me and he said he wants to do this new single, he
Mhm.
said he wanted to go out and he wanted to do radio and he wanted to connect with the different people. So as a result of that, I said, well, let's kind of combine the listening aspect of it. Because with the listening aspect of it, you get a chance to identify with your audience. And like you said, I'm from the old school. This is the type of stuff we used to do. We used to
Mhm.
go into different markets and sit with the people, and the artists would just sit there and vibe, and the artist would explain why they came up with the particular song they came up with. And so we pretty much thought this would be a good time to do that. So his newest single, Never Be the Same, which is hitting probably this Friday, I think it's the 19th, it comes out. Um, he felt it imperative to just get in the faces of his audience as well as radio announcers. And so this is why it's so exciting because if you know Pastor D, you know he is a people person. You know, we have concerts. I have to tell him he wants to autograph everybody's t-shirt, program, pocketbook, you know, when we have a concert because he's a people person. So I know he was very excited about the idea of getting back out here and getting in the faces of the people, radio announcers and TV people and his fans. So that's why we decided to do it that way.
Awesome. That's awesome. When I heard about it, I was absolutely excited about it because like you said, that's just not something that happens that has happened in the last what 10 years maybe. I don't know, maybe longer.
I
Um
haven't seen it in a while. I'm gonna be honest with
yeah,
you.
that's right.
I've seen a couple of people do, I think Jonathan McReynolds or somebody or Casey J. They did something like they went to a very eclectic place and had a few people out and they just vibed, you know. But it's just something that you don't normally see. So this is why this is so great. You know, a lot of people would never think that they would meet one of their favorite singers. But now they have an opportunity to meet somebody that they have been following all of these years and to come up close and personal and to hear his story as to why God gave him what he gave him, how he came up with the ideas, when the creativity started, why this song is Never Be the Same versus Sinner's Prayer. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So it
mhm.
gives a person an opportunity to hear from the brain of a creative, which I think is awesome.
So how has the response been so far? I know that you guys have been to several different cities already. So
Mhm.
what has the response been like so far?
It's been very overwhelming. The people have been very receptive, excited. Some of the radio announcers have sent me pictures and video footage and camera footage. And so the people pretty much have, I guess, anticipated this without even knowing it was going to happen. You know what I mean? Since we
Well,
haven't heard this in such a long time, it's almost like anticipating it, but didn't know it was going down. So they seem to be extremely, extremely with open arms and welcoming. Pastor D has been singing since he was a teenager. And I've been working with him for almost 30 albums. I've known him for 30 years. And I've seen him progress. I've seen him transition. I've seen him go from being a singer with a producer to an actor to a film producer to a playwright. And he's just a ball of creativity. So to be able to glean off of that with somebody who may be a young, aspiring actor or film producer or writer or singer or producer of music, and to glean from that by being in his company from him sharing his story is so powerful. So I'm happy that we're doing this. I really am. Tomorrow we're going to be in your area with respect to meeting the people and the radio announcers and some of the key people in press. And so we're very much looking forward to connecting in that capacity. But I'm already here. I'm already here with beachside oceanfront view.
yeah, I mean, Virginia Beach is definitely a beautiful place to be when it's nice out and you want to see a bunch of sights and it's just very alive. The city is alive
Mhm.
all day and all night. Um, so this is actually a perfect place to do, what you guys are doing. Um, I I was looking at a video that the Pastor Haddon put out recently called I believe it's called I Need You.
He's got so many videos. You can see a different video every week.
He he's uh he's definitely not one to not afraid to press the envelope. Um, he shows a lot of realistic things. Like it's not your typical gospel music video where everybody has their hands raised and they look into the sky and all that. He's creating real life scenarios that excuse me, we as people, deal with every day. And I just totally respect that. Without worry of what people will say, without what opinions people have. He just does what he is led to do. And as an artist, I cannot do anything but respect that.
Mhm.
What can the people expect of at this listening event tomorrow? Like what can they look forward to? I saw that there was something on the flyer. It said something about a surprise for him. I know you don't want to. If you know, I don't know. I don't think you want to let the cat out the bag. But
No.
what can they expect?
But
Like,
you never know. You never know what you can expect from Dee Hattie.
right, right,
I mean, I'm anticipating whatever it is that he wants to do, however God decides to use him, because you never know. He's a very spontaneous person. He's not caught in a box. If you know him, you know he's out the box.
right.
So it's however God decides to move. I know he's going to talk about different singles. I know he's going to talk about his journey. I know he's going to give some insight as to how gave him the melodies that God gave him. I know that much.
Mhm.
However, he will be questioned, he will be interviewed. So we don't know what he may say or how he may respond. And we don't know. He's also on a tour outside of this. After we finish this radio tour, he's on a tour with Anthony Brown, Corinne Hawthorne, and Pastor Mike. So they're on a actual singing tour. So he won't be doing a whole bunch of singing. Somebody saying, okay, I'm coming tomorrow. I'm coming to a concert. That's not what you're coming to tomorrow. You're coming to an up close, in person opportunity to get the vibe with Dee Hattie and to prick his brain and to see where he's going from here, what God is doing with him from here. You're coming to get that opportunity. So we never know with him. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride and see how God moves and uses him.
Wow. So what has this just this whole movement done for you as as a business when you put your business hat on and the entrepreneur hat? How has this inspired you?
It inspired me because when he came to me, because I represented my work with him, I do his bookings for any of you all who want to book from me, him. You just hit a girl up, go to my Facebook page, Apostle Veryl Howard, Instagram, hit me up. Mike got my numbers too.
Yeah.
So he came to me, and when he said he wanted to do this, he actually paid me to put the tour together. Now,
Mm,
how many artists do that you work with? He paid me to orchestrate the tour because he has enough business savvy to know that when you're booking somebody and you're functioning in another capacity, to put a tour together like this, it takes your time. It takes you calling. It takes you trying to orchestrate it so it flows. And he did not want me to miss opportunities in rooting this without compensating me because I had to pull away from other things. Pastor Dietrich is not the only artist that I work with. I work with several artists, Jokia Williams, Titus Showers. I mean, I got a plethora of artists that I work with on a daily basis. And my new babies, well, they're not new. They had a number one hit called Victory, Last Call from Bermuda. But when the COVID came, they kind of sat down, but now they have a new single coming out. So I work with various artists. So he knew that this would take time and he appreciated what was inside of me. So he valued the fact that I had the wisdom to be able to do it. And he didn't take advantage of me. So he even came to me. He said, you know what? I'm going to hire you to put this tour together. So you can appreciate somebody like that, that values your gifts, your talents. They don't want to take advantage of you. They value what is on you, what God has placed in you to be a businesswoman or to orchestrate. And then also they trust you with their ministry. that he knows he's been trusting me with his ministry for a long time. He knows I have his best interest. He knows I don't steal. He knows I'm going to go before the Lord. He knows I'm going to stretch out and ask God where to send him. He knows I'm going to catch the vision when he tells me what his vision is, because I'm in place to help him implement his vision. I'm not in place to try to bring my vision. I have a vision for other things that the Lord has for me to do. So he entrusts me with his vision. And that means a lot, Mike. This is a national
Absolutely.
recording artist. This is a film producer. This is an actor, that people love all over this globe. So it has done a lot for me. And I just hope that others I work with see that value in me as well. I'm not just a one dimensional agent, one dimensional booking manager, one dimensional manager. No, I'm a prayer warrior who's business minded, who God has called to work in the marketplace. And so, in rooting this tour, of course, that made my fire just even lit on another level because he entrusted me to do so.
That is amazing. I spoke to a few artist friends that I have, and when I told them, what was going on, they were like, "Oh man, it really has emboldened them, to to think about doing their own listening parties and here locally." He really has inspired a new sense of how to promote music. Well, he rejuvenated, I guess is a
Hmm.
better word.
Hmm.
Um, and the way to promote music is like you said back in the day, that artists used to actually do the legwork. They kissed the babies, they shook the hands, they went to these obscure places and they made their face known and they became, legends. You know what I'm saying? So that's amazing. That's amazing. Um, it's going to be the location for the party is the Family Fun Experience Theater in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's on 230 16th Street in Virginia Beach. If you're in the area, if you're familiar with the area, GPS it, come on out, man, and check out that whole thing, man. I'm excited. I believe it's truly going to be amazing. And just like you said earlier, Apostle V, I believe that it's going to be some things that's taking place that, we weren't prepared for. You know what I'm saying? We weren't thinking of. I think it's going to be something that's going to be really, really, really new. Um, what do you want the people to know? Like, what do you want the people to know about what's going to happen tomorrow? Like, um, is there
I want to tell them to
anything?
come out, network. We don't know who's going to be in the building. If
Mhm.
this is something you aspire in your own profession, then come check it out, see how it's done, see how God has moved on somebody else's life. Because at one point, Pastor D was in the same predicament that aspiring singer is in. When he was a young lad and he knew that God had anointed him with a gift. I'm sure at some point he said, I want to sing across the globe. I want to sing all over the nations, but he didn't know that that day would ever come to pass. So I would invite them to come out and see the works of the hand of the Lord and what God can do for you and with you, and also just come by with an old school listening party, like you said, it was rejuvenated. And just because I want to see more of that. So that's why I went to him. I was like, let's merge this with radio and a listening party. And he bid on it. He bid on it. He said, okay. And so he partnered up with Feed the Hungry, which will also be represented there.
Wow.
Feed the Hungry is very responsible for this tour because, it costs money to go out on the road, and you're not going out on the road doing a tour meeting people where you're getting paid. This is something that he has taken away the time from his family to come out here and to do this and to rub, next to some people who aspire to do the same thing. So I would say definitely come out, meet us, kick it with us and just have a good time fellowshipping in the Lord and not necessarily clapping our tambourine, but still fellowshipping in the Lord and fellowshipping from a marketplace awareness.
Wow. That's amazing. And like I said, I know I keep saying it, but I am very, very excited. I'm looking forward to just the atmosphere, just being in the atmosphere and just like you said, seeing who's going to be there. talking to people, getting to know people. Of course, will we be able to ask questions? Will he take questions? Will he, you know?
Yeah, sure. There will be questions asked. It will be controlled. Everybody's not going to just run up to the platform and ask questions, but most definitely, that's what this is all about, is pricking his brain and how he got from point A to point B, where he is on his journey, where is he going from here, musically, what does he see happening with the change of the climate of music and things like that. So most definitely, people are able to ask questions, so definitely come out. I invited some people from my hotel today, some Caucasian ladies. I said, come on out, come fellowship with us. Because I also look at it as an opportunity to still minister. We're just doing it in the marketplace, still telling somebody about Jesus. We're just doing it through song, through a CD release. So yes, come out and expect the unexpected. We don't know. God could bust out, and the spirit of the living God could just break out up in there, and we could take that thing to an altar call. You don't know what may happen. So this is
Right.
why we're not trying to confine God. We're not trying to restrict God. We're not trying to put God in the box. We don't know what's going to go down. So definitely come out tomorrow night. You'll never
Shout
be the
out,
same.
shout out to Miss Hope Cherie. How did
That's my
Hope?
girl.
How did a dose of hope get involved in this situation?
Well, I've been knowing Hope for a long time.
Okay.
Hope did my woman's conference for me. I've been knowing her a long time. And so when I was praying about how to put this together, I wanted to know, should I start in New York and come down? Should I start in the Midwest? Should I start down Alabama, Atlanta, places, South Carolina? And so God gave me the map. And so then I said, okay, who should I partner with? And so I had known Hope, and Hope does my graphics. Hope and I are on the phone almost every single day,
Mm,
in some capacity. We're always doing something together. And so Hope has that type of drive. Hope, she'll walk through a door that is closed and because God said it's open. And, I knew it took that type of person to catch the vision. And God told me, Hope, I know a lot of people in this area, but he said, partner up with Hope. And so she became the host of it. She jumped on board. She knew exactly what we were trying to do. She's handling this thing as if it's her own release,
right.
and also Hope is a singer. So she understands the dynamics of ministry and business of singing. And so it was God. God said that she was the one in this market. So all the markets that we're going to, that's how it went down. God told me where to start, who to call, how to call, because Pastor D had come to me and he said, I want to go out. I want to go out and connect with my people, and you have this window of time to do it because he has to go on a tour. So some of these places that we're coming at, he's going to be back at with a tour, but he still wanted to go out and connect with the people. And so Hope has been phenomenal in this whole process. And I just thank God for her.
That is amazing. I've known her for a long time too, as an artist. I actually booked her to sing at my church a couple of times back in the day. She's always been an amazing, amazing person. Um, Very sweet. As a matter of fact, I think I even sang background for her for an event or some. Yeah, I did for a wedding, I believe. It was a while back.
Wow.
Um, yeah, definitely an amazing person. That just came to my mind. That is true. But yeah, she's absolutely an amazing person, and I look forward to seeing her because I haven't seen her in a while as well. Where are some of the besides Virginia Beach? What are some of the other places you guys are gonna hit?
Well, they already went to Charlotte.
Hmm.
They already went to Raleigh, North
Okay.
Carolina. They already went to Rocky Mount, North Carolina. When they leave here, they're going to go to Richmond. And then from Richmond, they're going to go up to the DMV area. Now, because the DMV has a plethora of radio stations and everything else. So, you can be in DC, then from DC, you can go to Silver Spring, Maryland, then from Silver Spring, Maryland, you can go to Baltimore, Maryland. And then from there, they're going to be close to the Philly area. They're going to Salisbury, Maryland, to the number one station in Salisbury, which is a secular station, but God plays gospel. And the gentleman that is the program director of that station, Eddie Harmon, he's nominated for a Stellar Award.
Wow.
So they're going there. Well, we're going there. Then after going there, we're going to head up north and we're going to go to different parts of New York. So we're going to be in New York with Sirius XM. We're going to be in New York with WBLS. We're going to be in New York with Meta Washington, with Liz Black, different people. So yeah, it's just pretty much he's going up that East Coast. And then once he finishes that run, he's on his way to Nashville. The first city of the tour is in Nashville.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
okay. The Hollywood of gospel music. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. That is amazing. Have you had any memorable moments yet that you can
I have a
speak of?
memorable moment already at this beach.
I mean, at the actual events that you've been doing,
This
as
is
far as
this is the
as far as
highlight.
yeah, as far as the I don't want to say fans, the supporters. Have you seen or witnessed any memorable moments that
They've
Pastor
all
B?
been memorable. One, like I said, that really stood out to me was when Melissa Wade from Radio One took some pictures, and she was just as giddy as everybody else. And for somebody who's such an icon in the radio industry to be so excited about an artist, you know what I mean? It just, I was like, and she's a big wig. You just don't
Mhm.
get up in there like that. And she's such a sweetie pie. She sent me some pictures right after she took them. I was like, oh, so that's very memorable for me, to see that even the radio that has been on the air for 25, 30, 15 still gets excited when an artist you're working with comes in the building. But I'm gonna be straight up with you. This beach is calling my name. Okay? And these crabs, I'm supposed to be getting mice. So we have to cut this short because I heard that there's a place called Shake. You can correct me. Shake a boil or shake a crab or shake a
There,
something.
to be honest, there are so many of those type of spots around. Like
Oh,
you're probably
stick me
right.
with a fork. I'm done.
Like if you're on the main strip, it's
Mm-hmm.
like there's a Harpoon Larry's there that has amazing seafood. You have
What is it
Captain
called?
Harpoon Larry's. You have Captain George's, which is like
I
a
heard of that.
yeah, it's like a buffet of but of seafood. Like you can get pretty much any scallops, crab legs.
Captain George's.
Captain George is amazing, amazing
I
seafood.
heard
It's
of that.
more of a buffet style. I mean, it's so many places you could go. It's so many
I might
places.
go to
I'm,
Captain
I'm
George's. Do they have any greenery? Because I don't want to just eat seafood. Do they have greenery
absolutely. They have
there?
everything. They don't just
So
have seafood. They have vegetables, chicken, whatever you like. But they're
I may
really
have to
like
make a
mainly
trip there.
seafood. Yeah, they're amazing.
What's the other one with the H? Harpo?
Harpoon Larry's, if you're on the strip, it's like right on the strip, but it's more. I would say I would prefer. I would say Captain George's probably would be the better place to
I'm gonna
be.
try to check that out. So
But
we got to cut this short, bro. Homegirl hasn't eaten.
well, I will not hold you, but
Is
I thank
not
you for
eaten.
I thank you for coming on again. The listening event will be at the Family Fun Experience Theater in Virginia Beach, Virginia. The address is 2306 16th Street in Virginia Beach, Virginia. If you can come out around 7, 8, if you're free, come on out and check us out,
You
man,
might
and
not
have
have nowhere to sit. It starts at
yeah.
7:30. You might get there a little early.
Yeah.
8, it might be a wrap. You might not even get in.
Right, right. Hey, listen, you heard it. You heard it. You heard it from the source. So come on out, check us out. Or not check us out, check Pastor D out. Um, I'm already expecting something amazing to take place. And I'm excited. So again, Apostle V, I thank you for
Thank
coming on
you.
briefly to just talk about the event. I look forward to meeting you in person for the first time.
Yes,
Um,
I'll be there with bells on.
all right. Well, you have a good night, and I hope that you get that seafood or whatever food you're looking for tonight, and don't be too full tomorrow.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You have a great night.
You too now.
Hey guys, that was a quick one with Apostle V. Thank you for coming on to promote the event. Again, I look forward to checking it out myself. Again, the event is going to be in Virginia Beach at the Family Fun Experience Theater, 230 16th Street in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Come check us out, man. Don't miss it. If I would like to see your face in the place, as the old people used to say. Uh, you know, these moments, these opportunities are not, fly by night. This is not something that happens all the time. So you want to, if you can, you want to take advantage of these moments. It's definitely a chance to meet a legend, but it also it's inspiring. You know what I'm saying? If you got a vision, if you got something that God has placed within your spirit to do, listen, this is the time. Like, it's a networking opportunity, it's a connecting opportunity, it's a spiritual opportunity. So I look forward to seeing you guys there, man. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. And I will see you next week, because we probably won't be doing an interview this weekend. I have an event that an engagement that I'm doing. So I will see you guys next week. But in the meantime, you guys take it easy and let's take a walk.